In the vast and often unpredictable landscape of modern popular music, few narratives are as compelling, scrutinized, and ultimately triumphant as the journey of Justin Bieber. He is an artist who was thrust into the blinding spotlight of global fame before he was even old enough to understand the magnitude of his success, transforming from a teenager singing in his childhood bedroom into one of the best-selling and most influential musicians of the 21st century. His story is not merely a tale of viral internet fame and record-breaking streaming numbers, but a profound exploration of the psychological toll of child stardom, the relentless pressure of public expectation, and the arduous path to personal reinvention. To understand Justin Bieber is to understand the evolution of the modern pop star, a figure who had to navigate the treacherous waters of adolescence under the unforgiving gaze of a global media machine, ultimately emerging not just as a survivor, but as a mature artist who has redefined the boundaries of contemporary pop and R&B. The origins of this global phenomenon can be traced back to the quiet, unassuming city of Stratford, Ontario, a place far removed from the glamorous epicenters of the music industry. Born on the 1st of March in 1994, Justin Drew Bieber was raised primarily by his single mother, Patti Millett, who worked a series of low-paying jobs to support them. His father was largely absent from his early life, leaving his mother to shoulder the responsibilities of parenthood alone. Despite the financial struggles, the household was filled with music. Patti recognized her son's musical inclination early on, noting his ability to play the piano, drums, guitar, and trumpet by ear, as well as his natural talent for singing. She encouraged his passion, entering him into local singing competitions where his vocal abilities quickly set him apart from his peers. These early performances were crucial in building his confidence and honing his stage presence, laying the foundational skills that would later captivate millions. The pivotal moment that altered the trajectory of his life occurred in 2007, when the digital landscape was just beginning to realize its potential for discovering new talent. Patti began uploading videos of Justin singing covers of popular R&B and soul songs on YouTube, sharing his talent with family and friends. These videos, characterized by his clear, emotive voice and endearing youthful charm, began to attract a growing audience. It was this digital footprint that caught the attention of Scooter Braun, a former marketing executive, who stumbled upon one of the videos by chance. Recognizing the raw potential in the young Canadian singer, Braun tracked down the family and eventually convinced Patti to let Justin fly to Atlanta to record demo tapes. This initial meeting was fraught with skepticism, as Patti was understandably protective of her son, but Braun's persistence and vision ultimately prevailed, setting the stage for an unprecedented rise to fame. Once in Atlanta, Braun orchestrated a series of meetings with industry heavyweights, culminating in an audition for the legendary R&B singer Usher. Recognizing the extraordinary talent before him, Usher quickly signed Justin to a joint venture with RBMG Records, and shortly thereafter, a recording contract with Island Records was secured. The transition from a normal life in Stratford to the high-pressure environment of the American music industry was abrupt and overwhelming. Justin was suddenly surrounded by veteran producers, songwriters, and executives, all expecting him to deliver hit records. To manage this transition, the team adopted a strategic approach, releasing his music in a series of EPs rather than a full-length album. This allowed them to test the market, build a dedicated fanbase organically, and maintain a constant presence in the public eye. The release of the My World EPs in 2009 introduced the world to Justin's signature sound, a blend of catchy pop melodies, acoustic guitar riffs, and youthful R&B influences. The lead single, One Time, became an instant hit, showcasing his ability to deliver infectious hooks with a vocal maturity that belied his age. However, it was the subsequent release of Baby, featuring Ludacris, that catapulted him into the stratosphere of global superstardom. The song became a cultural phenomenon, dominating radio airwaves, breaking YouTube viewing records, and sparking a level of fan hysteria not seen since the days of the Beatles. The term Belieber was coined to describe his fiercely dedicated fan base, a demographic that utilized the burgeoning power of social media to promote his music, organize events, and defend him against critics. This unprecedented level of digital engagement established a new blueprint for artist-fan interaction in the internet age. As his fame reached a fever pitch, Justin released his first full-length studio album, My World 2.0, which debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200, making him the youngest solo male artist to achieve this feat in over 4 decades. The accompanying Never Say Never tour was a massive commercial success, documented in a 3D concert film that further solidified his status as a global teen idol. During this period, Justin was the undisputed king of pop culture, gracing the covers of countless magazines, performing at the White House, and generating billions of views online. Yet, beneath the surface of this manufactured perfection, the pressures of his environment were beginning to take a toll. He was a teenager navigating the complexities of puberty, identity, and relationships, all while being subjected to the relentless scrutiny of paparazzi and the expectations of millions of fans. The transition from a teen idol to an adult artist is notoriously difficult, and for Justin, this period was marked by significant public turbulence. As he entered his late teens, his behavior began to shift, reflecting the rebellion and frustration of a young man who had never experienced a normal adolescence. This era, often referred to by the media as his bad boy phase, was characterized by a series of highly publicized legal issues, including arrests for driving under the influence and resisting arrest, as well as controversies involving neighbors and exotic pets. The media narrative, which had once been overwhelmingly positive, turned sharply negative. Justin became a target for late-night comedians and internet trolls, and the public perception of him shifted from an innocent heartthrob to an arrogant and out-of-control celebrity. The psychological impact of this intense public backlash was profound. Stripped of the ability to make normal mistakes without global condemnation, Justin retreated from the public eye, cancelling the remainder of his Believe tour, and seeking solace in his faith and personal relationships. This period of isolation and reflection was crucial for his personal growth. He began to address the underlying issues contributing to his erratic behavior, seeking therapy and focusing on his mental health. He realized that the persona he had been forced to adopt to cope with the pressures of fame was unsustainable, and he needed to reconnect with his authentic self. This internal reckoning laid the groundwork for one of the most significant artistic and personal comebacks in modern pop music history. The culmination of this personal evolution was the release of his 4th studio album, Purpose, in 2015. The album marked a drastic sonic departure from his earlier work, embracing a more mature, atmospheric, and experimental sound. Collaborating with cutting-edge electronic producers like Skrillex and Diplo, as well as acclaimed songwriters like Julia Michaels and Jason Boyd, Justin crafted a record that was both commercially viable and critically acclaimed. The lead singles, What Do You Mean, Sorry, and Love Yourself, dominated global charts, showcasing a newfound vocal confidence and a lyrical depth that addressed his past mistakes, his spiritual awakening, and his complex relationships. The acoustic rendition of Love Yourself, in particular, highlighted his raw vocal talent, proving that he could captivate audiences without the need for heavy production. The success of Purpose was not just a commercial triumph, it was a cultural rehabilitation. The album allowed Justin to reclaim his narrative, transforming him from a controversial tabloid fixture back into a respected musical artist. He demonstrated a remarkable ability to adapt to the shifting landscape of the music industry, seamlessly blending pop sensibilities with tropical house and R&B elements. The accompanying Purpose World Tour was a massive success, featuring a more subdued, introspective stage show that reflected his personal growth. He was no longer the frantic teen idol dancing for screaming fans, but a confident artist commanding the stage with a mature presence and a deep connection to his music. Following the monumental success of Purpose, Justin continued to explore his musical identity, eventually releasing his fifth studio album, Changes, in 2020. This record was heavily influenced by his renewed relationship with Hailey Baldwin, whom he married in a highly publicized ceremony. The album leaned heavily into contemporary R&B, exploring themes of love, commitment, and personal healing. While it received a mixed critical response, it was a commercial success and provided a glimpse into his private life, showcasing a man deeply in love and focused on his personal happiness. The accompanying documentary, Seasons, offered a raw and unfiltered look at his life, discussing his struggles with Lyme disease, his mental health challenges, and the pressures of his career, further endearing him to fans who appreciated his vulnerability. Justin's journey has also been marked by significant health challenges that have forced him to reevaluate his priorities. In 2022, he revealed to his fans that he had been diagnosed with Ramsay-Hunt syndrome, a condition that caused temporary paralysis on one side of his face, forcing him to cancel several shows on his Justice World Tour. This revelation was a stark reminder of the physical vulnerabilities of the human body, even for a global superstar. He had also been open about his ongoing battle with Lyme disease, a chronic illness that causes severe fatigue and cognitive issues. By sharing these struggles publicly, Justin helped to destigmatize chronic illnesses and mental health issues, using his massive platform to advocate for awareness and understanding. The release of his sixth studio album, Justice, in 2021, further solidified his status as a mature artist. The album was a sprawling, genre-defying project that featured collaborations with a diverse array of artists, including The Kid Laroi, Daniel Caesar, and Giveon. Lyrically, the album explored themes of faith, love, and social justice, reflecting his desire to use his music for a greater purpose. While the album's title and theme sparked some debate, it was a testament to his willingness to take creative risks and push the boundaries of his artistry. The commercial performance of Justice was strong, debuting at #1 in multiple countries and generating several hit singles, proving that his appeal remained as strong as ever. Beyond his musical achievements, Justin Bieber's impact on the entertainment industry is immeasurable. He was the pioneer of the YouTube to stardom pipeline, proving that the internet could be a viable and powerful tool for discovering and launching new talent. His success fundamentally changed the way record labels scout and develop artists, shifting the focus from traditional talent shows and local gigs to digital metrics and online engagement. Furthermore, his mastery of social media and his ability to cultivate a dedicated, digitally native fan base set a new standard for artist marketing in the streaming era. He understood early on that in the digital age, an artist's relationship with their fans is just as important as the music they create. His personal life, particularly his marriage to Hailey Bieber, has also become a focal point of public interest. The couple has navigated the intense scrutiny of their relationship, ultimately presenting a united front and focusing on building a life together away from the chaotic spotlight. In 2024, they welcomed their first child, a milestone that marked a new chapter in Justin's life. Fatherhood has further grounded him, shifting his focus from the relentless demands of the music industry to the joys and responsibilities of raising a family. He has spoken about how becoming a father has given him a new perspective on life, emphasizing the importance of being present and creating a stable, loving environment for his child. As he moves into the next phase of his career, Justin Bieber continues to balance his artistic ambitions with his personal well-being. He has been increasingly vocal about the need to prioritize mental health and family over the grueling demands of touring and promotion. This shift in priorities reflects a broader trend among modern artists who are pushing back against the traditional music industry machine, choosing sustainability and personal happiness over endless commercial exploitation. Justin's willingness to step back, cancel tours when necessary, and focus on his health is a powerful statement about the importance of self-care in a profession that often demands everything from its practitioners. The legacy of Justin Bieber is complex and multifaceted. He is an artist who has been loved, hated, scrutinized, and ultimately redeemed in the public eye. He has broken countless records, won numerous awards, and sold millions of records worldwide, but his true legacy lies in his resilience. He survived the toxic environment of child stardom, navigated the treacherous transition to adulthood under a microscope, and emerged as a mature, self-aware artist who is comfortable in his own skin. He has shown that it is possible to grow up in the public eye, make mistakes, face severe backlash, and still find a path to redemption and artistic fulfillment. His musical evolution from the bubblegum pop of his early teens to the sophisticated R&B and pop fusion of his recent work mirrors his personal growth. He has never been afraid to experiment, to collaborate with diverse artists, and to push the boundaries of his sound. This willingness to evolve has kept him relevant in an industry that is notoriously fickle, allowing him to maintain a massive global audience while continually challenging himself creatively. His voice, once a symbol of youthful innocence, has matured into a rich, expressive instrument capable of conveying deep emotion and nuance. Furthermore, Justin Bieber's influence extends beyond the music industry. He has been a cultural touchstone for a generation, shaping fashion trends, influencing internet culture, and defining the sound of the 2010s and 2020s. His journey has been documented in real time by the media, providing a cautionary tale about the dangers of fame while also serving as an inspiring story of personal growth and redemption. He has used his platform to advocate for mental health awareness, chronic illness research, and various charitable causes, demonstrating a commitment to using his influence for positive change. In the grand tapestry of pop music history, Justin Bieber occupies a unique and vital space. He is the bridge between the pre-internet era of manufactured pop stars and the digital age of authentic, fan-driven success. He proved that a kid from a small Canadian town could conquer the world using nothing but a webcam and a dream, but he also proved that surviving that conquest requires immense personal strength, resilience, and a willingness to confront one's own demons. His story is a testament to the power of music to heal, to connect, and to transform, not just for the listener, but for the artist as well. As he looks to the future, Justin Bieber remains one of the most vital and influential artists of his generation. He has earned the right to dictate the terms of his career, to choose his projects carefully, and to prioritize his life outside of the studio. The screaming fans of his youth have grown up alongside him, and a new generation of listeners has discovered his music, ensuring that his legacy will endure for decades to come. He is no longer just the boy who conquered the internet, he is a global pop icon who has mastered the art of survival, reinvention, and authentic artistic expression. His journey from the bedroom in Stratford to the pinnacle of global pop royalty is a modern fairy tale, not because it was perfect, but because it was real, flawed, and ultimately triumphant.